So now, so for this, let us go ahead and add spinner. Now you can see there is a form widget spinner. So let me just drag and drop the spinner. So let me keep it here. Now spinner is an box or combo box we have in AWT, right? Which is we call it as a combo box in AWT or even combo box in your strings. Right? Now let me give the spinner some data, something. Now you can see that even the spinner, right, you can actually add multiple things like, if you want checkbox and all, or multiple things. And I think it's a big requirement, right, you can actually go ahead with this, but technically everything is possible. But you can actually try out which are your requirements, right? Now, let me go to class now. So now let us see how we can actually populate the data into this. Again, so before giving this, so let me give you a hint here. Now, so spinner data is again like an array. Right? If you have some data part, right, which can be an array list or string array, right? So whatever we have used for our different components like history or grid or something else where you are actually showing the data, right? So even your spinner will be the same, right? So let us see how we can actually do it first. Let me take spinner. So if I can take a catch. So here let me take a spinner widget. Let me call it as hello widget spinner is equal to find by ID. We have r dot id dot spinner data. So now let me control. Right. So now let's split this up and let us see the data part first. So here let me create, so let's take up some array list or let's take array rather, where I taken array, right? Let's take a string array which is LOBJ data or LSTRKRR string array, some data is equal to, so let's define some data here. So let me do something like box. Right. Something. Okay. So we have some data in here. Okay. So in our spinner, we'll give more data and we'll see how the scroll also works with this, right? Now this is sample data. Now, so spinner data will accept an adapter. Now adapter is something, this is going to hold multiple tasks where you can actually have index part, right? Which means it can accept an array adapter. Okay? So let us take an example of array adapter here, and let's take strings. But you can also take your integer array. If you are taking integer array, then you'll have to create array adapter with integers. Okay? Let me take it as LOBJ adapter is equal to new. Basically we have for everything is array adapter, as I said. We have one adapter which is array adapter. So based on the different resources, you can use the same adapter. Yeah. So we have new array adapter. Let me take it as application context, right? And then here in between we have to mention what is type of item we want to show. So here as of now let us show Android .r. We have something called layout dot. Now let us take a simple. You can take. You have maybe have something called spinner. Simple underscore spinner. Right? You can take spinner item. Simple spinner item. Get the data. Now this is your array item. Right, which we are actually creating with respect to the data which we are creating in a string array. Now once your array is ready, now this is where you set it to your spinner. Now let me take a spinner object dot, you have set adapter of your adapter. This will actually give you the complete adapter as such. Okay. But here there is one thing. So this will actually make each and every data as a spinner data. So, and after that for spinner, right, you have to set one thing, right? Before setting an adapter to spinner, you have to set adapter with one view source, which is your you have something called set drop down view source, right? So either you can give this, or as we have already mentioned what spinner item it should take, right, it will take up the same. If you want to give it as a separate, you can go ahead with this, right? So let us see without this part. Let me please, okay. Let me, okay, before that I have to mention it as main active and make it as inactive, right? And let me run this. Okay, it will start and I to now. It is taking some time. Let it open. Come on. Let us see whether it has installed the APK or not. Okay, system is running slides. Okay, anyways, the installation is done. You can see your widgets. Let it start. Spinner. right? So this is what you can see, but here in emulator you can see it in lighter form because it's it's a different it's emulator, right? Sometimes it's if you run the same thing in your mobile, right, it will actually take the theme of your Android mobile, right? So this way you can actually actually fit the details in this manner. I'll show you how you can actually take up the data as per selection, right? When you select on paper, you may have to do something on different selection of different items, right? We'll see it. We'll continue this in next class, right? Because try out that. If you have anything, I'll let you know. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, you guys can try that. Okay. So what Naresh was saying was like you can actually select your any one of this drop down. Based on the drop down, you can actually select your list box, right? List view.